What is going on, true believers? Bitcoin's going to zero. That's the end. Wrap this shit up quick because, yeah, we're all screwed. So, are we really screwed? No, of course not. But it certainly feels like that. The question is, can we get a little bit more dippy dip before it starts to reverse? There is a growing call and concern in the United States about the very legitimate recession fears. But I want to warn you, if you bought Bitcoin on this dip right now at around 49.3, 49.4, Bitcoin just ripped up to 53,500. So I don't know that I don't know that it's over yet, but things are dramatically reversing from that bottom. Now, I got to be honest with you, that bottom was $300 billion. So we're currently down $179 billion on the day. So this is a bloody, bloody day. But you know what? Each and every time something like this happens, it becomes a reason for you buying the dip. Now, I'm going to tell you something you're not going to like. I'm not going to, because I'm going to be the one that says, I told you so. And that is that we started talking recently about the fear and greed index. And I told you guys on the fear and greed index that there was something very specific that seemed to be happening, right? That every time Bitcoin goes between 70 and 8, or the fear and greed index, I'm sorry, every time the fear and greed index goes between 70 and 80, something happens to take it back down. Well, what happened? Well, we just took it way, way, way back down. So what's going to happen now? Well, expect over the next couple of weeks, we go back up to 70 or 80. So if you heard me and didn't listen because you thought, he's going to be wrong this time, sorry. If you did listen and you stabled, better buy fast, because I don't know how much more dip we get. In fact, some of the estimates that I'm going to give you kind of played out almost to perfection right now as far as how far this dip could really go. And it would speak volumes to the robustness of this market if in fact this was the end of the dip and that we're about to see another move. And by the way, when you look at the chart, the chart actually bears out almost exactly where we are right now if you are looking at it like me, like a crazy man. So we're going to cover that. We're going to tell you who sold, because guess what? I know who sold. I know exactly who the F sold, because of course they did. Because of course they did. So we're going to cover that. And yeah, this is not financial advice. It's never financial advice. Sometimes financial. It's never financial. It's something. It's, you know what? You decide.
I can read a chart like a Superman, and I've got a show that has a lot of fans. I'm streaming every day and almost every night. I bought some Bitcoin because I see the light. You might wonder who I am, but don't forget that I'm the man. They call me Bleeves. I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me Bleeves. I'll break the crypto wallet down. Channels streaming live at night, and I'm the only YouTube streamer who's always right. Every morning I go live and say to all you guys, don't fall for all these motherfuckers and their lies. You might wonder who I am, but don't forget that I'm the man. They call me Bleeves. I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me Bleeves. I'll break your crypto wallet down for you, for you, for you. My memberships are missing you.
What's going on, everybody? Got a new t-shirt design I wanted to show it. All right, guys. New t-shirt design is Ask Your Mother. You better buy one. God damn it. Anyway, let's talk about what happened in this crazy, crazy world we call crypto, because the market absolutely went just postal worker. Japan's Nikkei just logged the worst day since 1987's Black Monday crash. So when something like that happens, generally that doesn't resonate well across the broader markets. Now, your question probably should be, well, why is this happening? Like, what is it that's going on here that's causing the markets? Well, now we have this distinct fear of a global recession. The global recession is very real. This is the biggest crash since 1987. And the question that you have to ask yourself is, and by the way, this negated all the gains that the Japanese markets have had completely. So, and you know, for not for nothing, but a lot of these guys are really just kind of like fishing around, trying to figure out, you know, what is it that's really, really going on? Okay. And it's very difficult sometimes to figure that out. One thing that we do know, however, is that Jump Crypto, and guys, I keep telling you, the worst actor in this space is Jump Crypto. Kanav Korea. Let me put it this way. You know, sometimes I told you guys almost 2 years ago that CZ Binance was a bad actor and that he broke the law, et cetera, et cetera. And you guys had a fit at me. I didn't have death threats because, you know, nobody's that stupid. But I had people telling me, I don't know what the I'm talking about, that I'm an idiot, that CZ Binance is above crime, that he's the greatest person in the history of anything that was everything, that was blah, 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 blah. You guys gave me a lot of shit over CZ Binance. And by the way, that's the CZ Binance guy who's in prison right now for breaking laws. He did exactly what I told you he did. I wasn't making that up. Now, Kanav Korea, same thing. He's a bad actor in this space. This guy did a lot of shady stuff, and we, the markets, are going to pay for it at some point. Well, guess what? We're paying for it today. Why? Hundreds of millions of dollars from Jump Crypto has been pulled out of the market. Jump Crypto, the crypto arm of Jump Trading, appears to be liquidating some of its positions, transferring coins from exchange hot wallets to exchange deposit addresses. Much of the crypto is in the form of staked ether that Jump has been unstaking and potentially selling off since the end of July, which was days after the launch of the ETF. And where is Ethereum right now? Well, Ethereum is trading at 2,379. In fact, Ethereum went all the way down to 2,059 today. Now, it wasn't, but 10 days ago, Ethereum was trading at 3,500. So, this is a massive, massive sell down without buyers stepping in. And this is just an example of Jump Crypto doing what Jump Crypto do, which is scamming you all and screwing the market. And what was the end result of Jump Crypto doing this wild sell-off? Well, the CFTC has already stepped in. Kanav Korea immediately resigned. He didn't give 2 weeks notice, by the way. He didn't even give a 2 weeks notice. He was just like, yo, I'm out. Fuck this. Because he knows what's coming. Now, is he still in the United States? Going to be the question. I mean, and seriously, that is going to be the question, because I have no idea what the next step is. Whatever it is, by the way, it ain't going to be good, because like I said before, he did exactly what he's being accused of. So we shall see what happens there. But Jump Crypto, I told you guys, by the way, Jump Crypto completely out of Solana. Well, they're getting completely out of Ethereum as well. And this is a company that has been propping up this market. And it is one of the largest liquidity providing market makers out here. They are going to withdraw, and as they withdraw, by the way, they will level themselves back in. In fact, it could be that they've already sold enough that they are aping back into the market at this point. We won't know, but they'll do it quietly. They'll do it piece by piece, and then we'll ape in on top of them, because that's what happens. Now, let's talk about a little bit more the global market. I'm sorry, the global market. Get your shit together, please. Dow Jones has lost $2 trillion today. This is, and by the way, the markets just opened I want to say like 40 minutes ago, some shit like that. Like, I mean, this is a massive, massive sell-off. The Dow Jones was down over 1,000 points just a little while ago. I mean, this is the biggest. And by the way, there was a futures gap. There's a huge futures gap that's happening right now. You know what? Let's look at it. So here's the futures gap right now. You can see it was massive. This is, and it's three of them straight in a row, coming all the way down to almost the 200 MA, which is around 38,000. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, what does that mean more broadly? You know, is this the crash that we're coming down? Well, you know what? Let's just put it this way. We've seen this shit before many, many times. When I zoom out right here and you try to tell me, oh no, we're going to zero, fuck you. Fuck you. At best, and it's not a good number, but at best, probably 37,000 is going to be the bounce zone. What I do think is that the bounce zone is probably 38,000, which is where the 200 is right now. And I'm not saying that I'm going to be right. I would be wildly guessing at this point about the position of where we're going to go. But it would really look like to me that the most likely scenario of play out is going to be at the top over here of this previous range. Now, in the event that we break support, what is the next spot? Well, the next spot's going to be 35.7. So, you know, we're not going down very, very far. I mean, you know, if you scroll back here, I mean, it's not that long ago that we were at 32,000 in the stock market, less than a year ago, 32,000. So this is just a basic correction at this point because everything has been heated up, overbought. Now we're starting to see recession sort of conversation happening, and you know, not great, but you know, we shall see what happens. In the meantime, there's more, $350 million in liquidations in DeFi in 24 hours. A number we haven't seen. Since May of 19. God damn it. Bleeves, Jesus Christ, would you stop today? My brain's not working, I guess. May of 2021. We've not seen something like that since May of 2021. Do you know what happened in May of 2021? China banned crypto, and that was the Black Swan event that kicked off that big capitulation over the summer. That's what happened at that point. So here we are today trying to figure out what's going on. On-chain liquidations on DeFi protocols was over 350 million in the past 24 hours. The increase is primarily due to the crypto market sell-off. Duh. Why do you put that in? Why do people put that shit in writing? Now, here's the good part. I want to tell you what the good part is, and you guys can take this for what it is. The crypto market sell-off, in so much as you know, we might have a real, you know, let's call it sell-off, is not really as big as all of that in DeFi. The broader sell-off with Ethereum included and Bitcoin included, it was only 7% on total 3. Total 3 is that's the market minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. So alts have held up better than, you know, the rest of the broader market, but that again could be part of the ETF effect. Now that these guys have ETFs, maybe this is just that first little shakeout that we're seeing on these. This is total 1. Total is the total crypto market cap, which is currently sitting at 1.82 trillion. Excuse me. Total 2 is less Bitcoin. That includes Ethereum, and that's currently at 786.7 billion. And you can see here, it just kind of, it broke this previous sort of trend. And, you know, now we've, and it looks like, by the way, that we're having a nice quick recovery over the last little bit, but it's still a massive move to the downside. And then you have total 3 right here, which is the altcoin market. And as you can see from this altcoin market, it really looks like we're at 7% down. So, you know, reversal happened. People started buying alts a lot quicker than we would have thought. I was prepared to tell you guys all kinds of shit, like, and now I got to start running, you know, to catch up because the market's recovering Again, it's not it's still down $200 billion on the day, but it's recovering like all of a sudden pretty quickly from $300 billion down. So, we found a price point here, and it absolutely just went insane. By the way, this is what the market looks like. You know what? Let's pull this up in a bigger screen here so you can see that a little better. This is what the broader market looks like right now. $2 trillion wiped out. We were down 1,000 points after a sell-off of 700 points the day before. So this is just a crazy sort of move happening right now. Nvidia down 12%. AI, why would AI dip like that? And by the way, Nvidia earnings are coming in 16 days. So here's the thing. Nvidia is probably overbought quite a bit. So we're probably going to, and by the way, even though it's overbought, we're probably going to see a massive move, a massive upside move on Nvidia over the next day or two. And that's going to be great for render. But when you look at finance over here, you're seeing everything is in the red. Some of it, just a few non-consumer durables down here, a little bit of green here. But this is the market right now. It is a bloody market. And Google down 4.5%, Microsoft down 4.5%, Meta down 6.5%, Apple down 7%, Twitter, X. It doesn't matter because it's not publicly traded anymore. Where is Tesla on the list? How's Tesla holding up on the day? Because Tesla, by the way, has just been dog shit. Down 10% today. Look at this. Tesla down 10%. Thanks, Elon. Way to go, man. Way to go. You're just crushing it. By the way, for those of you that don't know, Elon Musk is now being investigated for election interference. And yesterday posted that we're going to have a civil war. And look, all I'm going to say is this: there's some truth. By the way, you shouldn't consider that there's nothing true that he says. He says a lot of things that are opinions, and some of his opinions are going to end up being true. So, take this with a grain of salt. But Elon has been radicalized. He has been radicalized. Now, it doesn't mean that he's ever going to do anything. Doesn't mean anything bad's going to even happen. Okay, but he has been radicalized. He has chosen a side. Doesn't mean that he hadn't chosen a side before, by the way, but it does mean that when he chose that side before, he didn't like force you into his ideology. He didn't force you into his belief system, whatever that belief system is. But he is now. Now he's using the Twitter platform. By the way, go to Twitter platform, and if all you see is politics, that's the algorithm. That's the algorithm pushing it out to you, telling you that, hey, we think that you're on the X platform, and we want you to continue arguing with each other because that keeps you on the platform. Let me tell you something. The most sinister thing about social media, for anybody who has done any kind of research on it, the most sinister thing is when it creates conflict amongst parties. And social media was not designed for that conflict originally, but the algorithm eventually found that they don't care about you or your mental health. Elon doesn't give a shit about you. Okay. And by the way, when I say Elon, I'm using him almost as a spot guy for everybody else. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't care about you. Nobody at Google cares about you. Nobody at Microsoft cares about you. None of these people that have these big social media companies, they do not care about you. Okay. What they care about is your money and your engagement and your eyes. Elon is manipulating the X algorithm right now to make sure that you stay as engaged as possible. And by the way, that doesn't mean anybody else is not. Again, it's not. Nobody else is doing it. The Kamala Harris campaign is fucking dancing on TikTok. They're doing the same thing. So again, this is not an Elon thing. I'm just using him as the example because his stock is also down 10% today because his sales have fallen to the floor because people have stopped buying Teslas because they're like, what is he doing right now? Because he's been radicalized. So this will reverse. at the end of the day, this is still Elon Musk. Okay. This is still Elon Musk. So he will figure this out in short order. He will reverse this. He will chill out. He's taken and changed his stance on Bitcoin quite a bit. He's changed his stance on a lot of different things. So expect to see a reversal from Elon pretty soon as far as business. Now, his ideology and what he thinks and stuff like that, that's probably not going to change. But whatever it is that's causing 10% sell-off on Tesla, that will change. So, but remember, the worst thing for you is continued conflict and engagement and stuff like that, because it's preparing you for war, right? And Elon Musk is helping you along in that process. So if you can't stand the heat, if you get radicalized, if you get crazy about all this kind of stuff, like I'm joking about Donald Trump right now, saying that like I'm sending out this message right now, and it's a joke. Like, you guys, if you can't take a goddamn joke, like, what is wrong with you? You know what I mean? But I said, oh, by the way, this is for you, MEXC official. Thanks for everybody who's recognizing the scam MEXC official app. Because of their actions, they have fallen from a top 10 exchange down to number 26. Couldn't be happier to a seedier, more disgusting exchange. So fuck you, MEXC. Yeah. So and somebody else said, oh, well, it's number 11. Yeah, it's number 26. Also, we're going to cover this in just a second, but Robinhood app, the Robinhood app halted trading. If you haven't already and you like death metal and you like deathcore, I did find this band this morning. It's called A Night in Texas, and oh my God, they are fantastic when it comes to their music. But I put this out, okay? I said cryptocurrency has not seen a capitulation like this since Donald Trump failed the American people on COVID. And this is crypto since Donald Trump appeared on stage at Bitcoin 2024. I'm just fucking around with people, right? But I bet some people in here are pissed off and taking it real serious. Oh, this is stupid. God forbid Harris gets in. We will take way more than this. Trump is the only hope this country has. Oh, no. Oh, God. Ziggs here, stock market crashing. I told you so. Kamala doesn't have a clue. Biden is sound asleep, all caused by inept U.S. leadership. We know you did it, right? Vidar, yet he is not in office. It's not real, guys. It's not real. Here's what's real. Here's what's real. Since Donald Trump took the stage, it's crypto. Since Donald Trump took the stage, but we're going to blame everybody else. And anyway, it doesn't really matter because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a fucking moron. Like, I'm just saying shit to get a reaction out of people. And guess what? Y'all are just like, ooh, you're an idiot. You lost a follower, sir. Well, you know what? When you take 5 B's out of your name, come back if you want to. Get a life. There's nothing to do with either party. Market was propped up on leverage and top 10 stocks. They're taking this shit way serious. You know why? Because you can't talk about bitch boy. You can't call bitch boy when bitch boy's acting like a bitch or causing bitch stuff. You know what I mean? And it's okay. You guys just stop getting triggered by it. Just stop getting. It's a joke. Take a goddamn joke and quit fucking crying about an 80-year-old dude running for president because you didn't mind joking about the other 80-year-old dude running for president. All right, now Robinhood has halted trading because the crypto markets and the broader markets have stopped. And why did that happen? Because Citadel Securities are trying to prevent people from selling. Why? So that institution can sell before they sell. It's disgusting. It's a seedy practice. It's why you should never, and the rock means never, use Robinhood. Robinhood is a more disgusting app than MEXC at this point. All right. Now I haven't checked. By the way, I'm not in the comment tab of this chat yet. I can't wait to see who's crying about, hey, bro, how can you be saying that about Donald Trump? I mean, like, I bought a pair of his socks. They were used, bro. Delicious. You know what I mean? Like, you fucking weirdos, man. You're going to be fucking weirdos. I know that. I know a couple of you are going to be fucking weirdos. But, and some of you be like, I'm not leaving because I don't want reality to hit me in the face. You know what I mean? So it's okay. It's okay. Now, Bitfinex analyst expects 48,900 as a short-term bottom. This happened about 2 hours ago. They were predicting that was going to end up being the bottom. Where are we at right now? Bitcoin ended up going to 49,217. These guys called it real close. And by the way, why did they call it real close? This wick right here, if you pop that right there, guess where that is? 49,088. And they think it's going to pop right into this little spot right down below where you have a little support and resistance, like right there. And that's going to put you that 48.6, 48.9. Like, they basically called this thing almost to the dime. If in fact this was the move, if in fact this was the sell-off and the end of this correction, which, by the way, what I want to tell you, like, you can see this on the chart. This little area right here, right at 48,900, very, very close. Like, it's very, very close where this happened. But also, and by the way, we're down 168 billion now. Dow Jones still down almost 1,000 points. So it's not over. But, this is this would be interesting to see that they came up with the exact spot, and I mean almost perfect, for a reversal. And macro factors and geopolitical tensions drive crypto market downturn, and the analysts cite multiple causes. And what they say is this: we expect short-term support to be established around 48.9. If there's no bullish momentum, this region may be retested, with the macroeconomic environment determining further price action. Excuse me. And there are quite a few things that are happening over here. Recession is potentially looming. Geopolitical tensions in the Middle East, including Israel, Iran, perhaps having a full-on eruption of war. Jordan has now threatened to shoot down any rockets that come across from Iran into Israel, meaning that Jordan is kind of taking a side now, which I don't think they're protecting their airspace. I don't think they're taking a side, but we've got this kind of out here, going crazy. So also, Donald Trump took the stage on July 27, and that gigantic dip that you saw, I mean, let's be honest here. It's not because of Donald Trump, right? This is a buy the rumor, sell the news event. That's exactly what we saw happen, and that's exactly what played out. It started right over here when Donald Trump got on stage, and it was right here. So from right here, which is the top, all the way down here, this is the effect of buy the rumors, sell the news. And despite that I keep messing with you about it, it's not about Donald Trump. It's about a big-time event that we just saw playing out. So that big-time event became a sell the news event. It started to come back down. We started to catch support at that $64,000 level, bounced off of it, came down a little bit more into 63, then started to bounce back up. We started to feel really, really good about the position. Well, then Iran said that somebody was killed, and a Hezbollah leader was killed. And that started people getting a little bit nervous. And then we got Jerome Powell come out, and he had the Fed meeting. And during the Fed meeting, he didn't drop the rates, and the markets were starting to cave. Then we got Friday, and then Friday was the big, that's where it started. Friday jobs report came in, and it was at 4.3 unemployment, which means that the markets are starting to break. It means that we are not in a good position right now. It means that the broader everything is feeling the stress of these tightening conditions, which is exactly what they wanted to see. What the Fed wanted was exactly this playing out. Now, let's take this mark from here and go down here, and you're going to see, guess what? There we go. So what we're getting right now is this broadening sort of channel. And the question is, do we bounce off of this? And once we bounce off of this, do we come back up here into that 68, 69 for that retest? Now, it won't be as quickly as I just drew out. There'll be some, of course, chop and stuff. And we probably go into that 68 range. And if we get accepted into the range, then there's going to be a recovery, right? We have to find the bottom first. We haven't found the bottom, I don't think, yet. But, we could be looking at that bottom right now. So let's get back into the rest of this. These are the reasons why Bitcoin is crashing. So there is kind of a list here. So the Bank of Japan raised its interest rates. Bank of Japan raised interest rates by 25 basis points, negatively impacting the carry trades. This catalyzed a 3.5% crash in the Nikkei yesterday, and then it continued in a broad sell-off. In this case, investors borrow JPY at a low interest rate and invest in USD or other assets. These carry traders, so they're getting squeezed right now. Now, that caused a big problem. So Bank of Japan rate hike, the U.S. Fed's decision to not cut rates, risk on assets like tech stocks and crypto suffered a steep correction. Bitcoin price crash pushed the Pioneer crypto down to 50,000 levels, and this downtrend will continue until macroeconomic outlooks are laid to rest. So what does that mean? The Fed has now called an emergency meeting. So, sorry. The question now is, will there be a rate cut? So the Japanese market collapsed 12.5%. So now the U.S. market has called an emergency meeting. In an unprecedented move, the U.S. Fed, and this is 2 hours ago, has reportedly called for an emergency meeting today. This meeting aims to reassess interest rates as global markets experience severe downturns. Moreover, analysts expect a Fed rate cut by 50 basis points after the meeting. So the market right now is looking at if the Fed, and by the way, let's consider something right here. This is where we are. This is what the market looks like. This is the result of everything that's been happening. This is the result of all the factors that have been playing out. Now, the market has slowed down, and we have, let's do this on a 1 hour so you can see what I'm talking about here. So after all of this sell down, the market has now started a tiny reversal, okay? That tiny reversal is just, we're in this range, okay? We're right here in this little spot. This is our little comfort zone, if you will. Why are we right here? Well, the market has paused dumping to wait and see what the Fed ends up doing. Now, if this is true, then there's an emergency. After this there'll be an emergency meeting pretty soon. And then after this emergency meeting, we will get a statement from the Fed. Now, if the Fed, 50 basis points, if the Fed does what we're talking about right now, then the rally is on, because what we've done is we've forced the Fed to cut rates, and that will increase borrowing power for all big businesses. So that will propel this market. On the 1 hour, I would think we would see a spike right here on Bitcoin. Like, we would see a massive recovery at least into that 60,000 zone. No questions asked. We'll see a very rapid recovery if we get a 50 basis point. Now, by the way, we might get a further dump before this is done. Let's remember, buy the rumor, sell the news. If we get the news, this is happening, and over the next couple of hours before they make the announcement, if it keeps coming up here, if we get an announcement, they're going to clean out whatever they just made profit on, and then it will continue on, and then we'll start to see kind of a recovery, with that recovery taking us up into this 68, 69,000 range. That's what I would say is probably coming in the short term. So this is going to depend on the rate hikes. It's going to depend on what people, it's going to depend on what the Fed does today. If the Fed does make that change, by the way, if the Fed does this, it's not great for our economy. It is not great for our economy, because that's going to continue the bubble. However, we don't have a soft landing anymore. We had a soft landing before, and now this soft landing is starting to look like new. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of days as we get these, as we figure out what is happening right here. Now, also, we had Jeremy Siegel, who is one of the guys over at Wharton, and he called for a 75 basis point emergency cut 2 hours ago. The Fed is being pressured into making a big rate cut. So we'll see how this plays out. Now, the Black Swan event, I wanted to point this out because, guys, this is the moment that look, this got crazy, right? This whole dump thing has just been an annihilation of wealth. And this is the last time this happened right here. And I hope you guys can read this. This came out 24 hours before the market tanked. Okay. Hey guys, insider here. This is 5/18 of 2021. For those of you that are not busy Mumo Bobo LARPing and paying attention, there is another announcement from China soon. Picture is semi-related. Can't tell you guys what firm I work for, but it's massive and it's working with the PRC. The purpose of today's press release, along with all the FUD posting, is to get Bitcoin as low as it can get before 7 a.m. Therefore, first there will be a coordinated sell-off to drop the price below a certain threshold and liquidate one certain stakeholder. Can't outright say who it is. Once liquidated, the plan is then to buy up all the reserves and essentially leave him bankrupted. If you guys want to get rich, grab some coffee and watch for the big dip. Once it happens, things are going to get green really fast. We project 70K. By the way, just so you guys know, within 5 months, Bitcoin hit 69,800. Okay. This guy knew exactly what was going on. He knew exactly what was happening. We didn't get the same thing from anybody in this dip. We didn't get anything like that, but we certainly got this one as the nod before that this was going to happen. So, yeah, I think we're about to rip, because remember, we've been here before. We've been here multiple times, and it never lasts. The reversal will always come. Now, in the meantime, Neiro, for those of you that don't know, Neiro is Kabosu's replacement, if you will. And I don't want to be disrespectful when I say that, but it's the dog. Okay. Kabosu, if you didn't know, was the dog that started Dogecoin. That was the dog that's in the Much Wow memes and stuff like that. Her name was Kabosu, and she was an adoption for a Japanese lady, and Kabosu just died. So she bought herself a new dog, or got herself a new dog, and this dog's name was Neiro. Sorry, guys, throat is dry today. So Neiro, they pulled a Shiba Inu, and they sent a bunch of their tokens to Vitalik Buterin, who then sold it off the other day and just dumped it all. It was valued at 112,000. His wallet executed the transaction, selling 17.15 billion Neiro. This transaction conducted on Uniswap, and it was 4.08% of the total supply. In response to the sale, the Neiro team publicly addressed Vitalik, suggesting that he donate part of the proceeds to a stray dog shelter. They also acknowledged his contribution to the crypto ecosystem. They didn't expect him to do it, by the way. They wanted to use it so that they could say, hey, Vitalik Buterin also holds Neiro. You know what I mean? So now they're having to pivot to what this next thing is. But that creates a fantastic dip. So if you think that Neiro has some opportunity, it's a great buy opportunity. So, but he sold all of his tokens. Now, for those of you that don't know, we've talked about, and we haven't talked about it much, very much recently, Phantom. Phantom is effectively dead. Phantom is rebranding to become, and this is the Phantom Foundation. They're rebranding to Sonic Labs, and they're focusing on a new high-speed blockchain that will be called the Sonic blockchain. And the rebrand follows an announcement made 6 months prior about Sonic Labs and the Sonic Foundation. In May, Michael Kang, CEO of the Phantom Foundation, stated that Sonic Labs will focus on developing decentralized applications, while the Sonic Foundation will handle governance and treasury functions. Sonic Labs has promoted Sonic as the latest EVM and a layer 1 platform to secure Ethereum connectivity. The protocol includes a significant incentive program designed to handle over 10,000 transactions per second. So they made a super fast chain. They're abandoning Phantom, it looks like. And I don't know if that's going to be the case. I don't know if they're not. I don't know what will happen to Phantom. Most of these ghost chains get picked up by communities. But FTM holders will have the option to convert their tokens to the new Sonic native token at a 1-to-1 ratio. This migration is designed to ensure a smooth transition for existing Phantom users to the new network. So rest in peace, Phantom. And by the way, Austin. Now let's talk about monkey shit, because monkey shit be shitting with the shit that they be shitting with the if I said shit enough yet, if I said it enough. All right, so here's what's going on. let's start off with price action before we make an announcement on anything. You guys can see here, I'm going to zoom in. You see like this market absolutely bottomed it out in the last couple of hours. You saw just massive sell-off on Monkey Shit Inu all the way down to the bottom of the channel, immediately getting scooped back up, which usually would tell me that there's a continuation back to this area right here, that there is an intent right now to quote unquote drop the zero, if you will. Now, if you look at MSI over here on this range right here, we'll be doing this. I need to go back to the day chart or the hour chart. There we go. And you see right here, you know, this has been a nice big reversal and a potentially continuation as the market conditions approve. So if you're nervous about your MSI position, I mean, be nervous. You know what I mean? Like, you know, be nervous as with any crypto, but don't get shaken out. Be smart about how you handle this. Obviously this sort of big move here that was happening right here has gotten played down. So we'll move that out and we'll see how the recovery looks. But here's the thing. If it was sending before, it's going to send again when this correction is over. Now, when we started today, Ethereum was at 2,200. It's now at 2,411. So we're going to see a significant pump. I think we'll see a significant pump on a lot of these different tokens that have dumped. Okay, so it's just a matter right now of whether or not you buy the dip or not, and then how quickly and robustly, if you will, it starts to pump afterwards. But in addition to that, Monkey Shit Inu, you've got the game that's coming out, and that is the mobile game MSI. Then you have Elipal, which is a cold storage wallet. They've partnered with MSI, and you can win 2 Titan 2.0 hardware wallets, custom with an MSI design on it, and a share of 500 MSI tokens. And here were the winners over here: Ham Crypto, Soizy. We don't know the people. And then they're just having fun with the market right now. Explain to you guys, look, nothing fundamentally has changed. You know, we ain't going nowhere when ETH dips more than we do, which it's no longer the case. Like it had a massive sell-off. However, 19 hours ago, while the rest of the market was dumping, they were still sitting at 20 million market cap. Right now, sitting at 15 million market cap, almost 16 million. So, you know, I think that it's been, I think that a bunch of babies just got shaken out, and that's okay. You know, look, some people are going to make it, some people are not going to make it. You know what I mean? And they've been buying super hard. I mean, if you go back and you look at all the transactions, I mean, we're talking about $30,000 exiting. We're talking about $40,000 exiting. You know, we're talking about massive sell down happening in the market. But guess what? Those people likely to become buyers again. So, I mean, you never know what is going to end up happening here. And look at this: the people that exited, some of the exiters have slowly started to DCA at the bottom to continue to accumulate more. So, I think MSI overall very healthy. If you're still sitting on this and you're still, there's going to be some problems, by the way. You know, the market's not done yet, but as it looks right now, MSI is well on its way to a quick sort of recovery. So is Neiro, by the way. Neiro up like 22% on the day. So that covers MSI. Let's move on to our next one, which is Saitama. And if you have not already, I'm going to flip over here to the Saitama Twitter. It's still Twitter, Elon. And you know, a lot of blah blah, right? Just a lot of like, oh, you gotta buy, and stuff like that. Now there's the price. Price is sitting at 1.018 cents. This is a significant dump, but zoom out. We're at the bottom of this trend line. We've had no spike in price. I told you guys, and I even showed you in these little waves here. We're going to test that bottom one more time, and then we're going to have a breakout to about 3 cents. Now that's not huge, but it will be a big move, right? Now, how do I know that that will or will not happen? Well, the answer to that is very simple. I don't have a fucking clue, right? I think that it will happen because it's happened before and it will happen again. Now, if that excites you, gross. But if you go listen to the Saitama Weekly with Earlswood and Edward, And I had to listen to this, by the way, at 2x this morning early so that I was up to date on what happened, because they did this like, at 6 a.m. in the morning. Like, who the fuck does that? Oh, yeah, Earlswood and Edward. They do that. Anyway, go listen to it. And when you hear it, you'll get pretty bullish about Saitama. They've been, look, they've been building over the long haul. And Faltron was joking around the other day, and he was upset because, a lot of money gets promised out and it's been out of his pocket, and they can't do that. Like, you can't, Faltron doesn't pay for this project. He was an investor like everybody else. So, and I mean, Faltron basically paid for, a lot of different stuff out here. So the question is, what's going to happen next, right? Well, if you go listen to this, then you will find out that there's probably going to be a big and significant sort of move over here. I think that this is going to end up being a big play. Over, by the way, they said for the next kind of impetus or impulse move, if you will, probably 7 days. Does that mean that it's going to pump at 7 days? No, it means that it means that the potential exists for some kind of pump. The market has to do what the market has to do. You know what I mean? I'm going to make this a little bit bigger here for you. That's what she said. Anyway, go play this recording. Put on 2x or whatever. But I would certainly listen to it because right now is probably the moment where you catch fire. Some of these tokens are going to catch fire again, and it might pump up a little bit stronger or a little bit harder than what you think at this point. But we'll see. Like, I don't know. Next up, DevvE ecosystem. Now, this one's excuse me, this is interesting, right? DevVE's sell-off was 15.9%. They had, just like everybody else, they had the big sell down. Where did it go? Bottom of the channel. Where's it going to go after that? Oh, shit. Get it together, Bleeves. All right, where did it go? It went to the bottom of the channel. Where's it going to go next? Top of the channel. I mean, that top of the channel, though, is still kind of low. We're still, we still got the early investor babies kind of exiting the market still. We didn't have the breakout to 64 cents, but we will get this breakout to 64 cents pretty soon. This was just this recovery right here. Remember, the rest of the broader market started to break down. This is not a breakdown of DevvE. It's wrapped with Ethereum. So when Ethereum started to buckle, and over here, Ethereum started to buckle. When Ethereum started to buckle, then that's what happened. Now, you shaked out of your Ethereum position, but you didn't shake out as much on your DevvE position. So as Ethereum starts to pump again, and it will pump again, and it will start pumping, then what you're going to see is an even bigger move from DevvE, which probably propels it up into the 64, 65 cent range. This is what I have spoken, as that guy from Star Wars once said. So look for a move by DevvE. Now, in the meantime, DevvE has delisted DevvE from BitGet. You can still buy it on Gate.io, MEXC, Uniswap, and Bitpanda. And there is an announcement here that I will come over here, and there we go. After careful consideration and analysis, we've decided to delist DevvE from the BitGet exchange. A strategic decision will allow the Forever Association to leverage the existing liquidity that has been provided for our market maker within our upcoming Dev exchange, reducing the need for additional DevvE to be unlocked to support our growing market capacity. So what they're doing is they're taking the DevvE that's going to be on BitGet, and they're going to move it to their own exchange, because in case you didn't know, DevvE is about to launch an exchange. Now, we consistently evaluate third-party exchanges and trading pairs in the DevvE token to ensure our community members have access to sufficient liquid markets. Our listing on BitGet has been consistently low volumes, representing a fraction of our overall volume at just 2%. The opportunity cost for providing liquidity to serve this small market is not the best potential allocation of resources. As the DevvE community is aware, we are gearing up towards the release of our own Platinum Tier 1 exchange that we envision will be compliant to serve markets that are at orders of magnitude greater than existing cryptocurrency exchange due to our unique design and scalability of the blockchain ecosystem. The DevvE token will act as a medium of exchanges for value across the DevvE ecosystem, and for this to work fluidly, we need access to provide a liquid market. And in order to do that, what they don't want to do is they don't want to sell their own tokens on the open market through the Forever Association in order to fund this. So they're just transferring their BitGet tokens over to their own exchange. We thank you for your understanding. If you are part of the BitGet trading community, the idea here is they want to make this a top tier exchange. So they're making the moves right now to make something bigger happen for you, the investor, later on. So if you haven't already, guys, I can't just check out DevvE. Don't. If you fumble the bag, you fumble the bag. That's your fault, not mine, right? It's not going to be because I didn't say, hey, don't fumble your fucking bag. You know what I mean? So anyway, down right now at about 17.86 cents. I would expect a move back here, 26. Not a big move, by the way. That's not, it's not a giant move. When it moves like that, that's going to be 50% maybe off of a dip. So, I mean, some of you accumulated over here in the 30-cent range, 25-cent range, stuff like that. Even some of you accumulated up here at the $1.20, $1.30 range, thinking it was going to explode. So, there's going to be a reversal. They're creating revenue streams, serious stuff. So we'll see what happens. But I think that DevvE is going to be one of those blockchains that when you look back, you'll be like, man, I can't believe I missed this one. Right. And the reason that I say that is very, very simple. You come down here and you look at DevvE, market cap on it, 7 million. Now, it was 10 million just yesterday until the market decided to take a dump. But, still, this is an entry position. Just consider this. If you have an exchange and a blockchain, then you have relative value, right? BNB, exchange and a blockchain. Market cap, 64 billion. We want exchanges here. I was looking, God damn it, now I need to find an exchange. Crow. 1.95 billion market cap. These places that have their own exchange and they have their own blockchain. I don't know how many of them as we go down here. I know some of them have their own tokens, but as far as blockchains go, they tend to be pretty valuable. So if you just consider that to get into the top 100, which I think is a reasonable number for DevvE, you're going to take about $500 million, 7.48. So this is about 100x from where I think the all-time high could be here. You know what I mean? I think this represents a pretty good. I think this represents a pretty good opportunity right here. I can't tell you what to invest in. I could tell you that I hold a lot of this stuff because I think that it's going to pop off, and I mean pop off. Speaking of popping off, Coins Chicks Coin. It's had a nice little run. It's going through this sentiment that we're having right now. It dumped down. People are selling. By the way, not a huge liquidity. So when people are selling, they're selling $50, $100, $150. Like, what's wrong with you? Right? Now, I would think that this is probably going to be a continuation. It's going to be one of them easy ones to find. And then boom. I think they're destined to probably drop a zero. I'm not sure. I don't know. But it looks like a good opportunity right now for a big time reversal on the Coins Chick coin. So just be watching out for another big move here. And then as far as Terra Luna Classic goes, you guys might be looking at Terra Luna Classic and wondering why the dip so much, blah, 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 blah. It's the broader market that's doing all of this. And, there's just not much that you can do about it. But let me show you what's happening over here on the daily chart. Let me show you in truth what's happening here. Okay. Not only did we get that huge dip, but it's almost completely bought up. Okay. We are higher right now on LUNC than the dip yesterday. So, take that for what you will. There's some positivity about Luna Classic. Now, what I said was it was going to come down here and test this, which is why I had this thing right here showing you that it was going to test it. It did it a lot faster than I thought. I thought it was going to continue down, but it came down into the range. And now I think that a reversal is on tap because now we have tax to gas. We have tax to gas, and once that's implemented, then that's going to change the fundamentals of the way Luna Classic operates. So I would suspect that we're probably going to see a big move. Now, this, by the way, what I'm giving you right here, this is not the big move. This is just a correction back up from a low price, about a 40% correction back upwards, which a lot of this market's going to do over the next couple of days. Excuse me. So then from there, I think we get a quick back test over here, and then we start coming on and we start feeling that big move. And look, fundamentally, this market is struggling and it's stressing, but it's not continuing. It's not continuing the dip. We're down to 143 billion. Now it's still down on the day, but it was 300 billion a short while ago. Dow Jones still down 1,000. Crypto not. You know what I'm saying? So just consider that this market is recovering rapidly and vapidly. Oh God, I'm hilarious. Anyway, Terra Luna Classic, I think, is about to set up a big move. Okay. And that's it. We got through all of that. Now I'm going to scroll back here and see how many people got mad. Happy National Underwear Day. Is it really National Underwear Day? You got to be shitting me. This can't be National. Get the fuck out of here. It's National Underwear Day. All right, fine. You know what? I'm going to save that for the Chicago Bears stream. I'll be in my underwear in the Chicago Bears stream. Anyway, so thank you so much for the $5 bomb. Here we go. No fault Don and his mega. That's not really true. I just wanted to see what happened over here. I just wanted to see if you guys lost your shit when I started talking about Donald Trump. Guys, it's not serious. But look, people don't like Donald Trump. Who gives a shit? If you like him, vote for him. I don't like him. I'm going to vote for him. Nothing's changed fundamentally for me. I'm just talking shit about the guy. Matter of fact, the reason I'm talking so much shit is because I watched Joe Rogan last night, and I watched him talking shit about everybody and doing all of his crazy stuff. And we know that the other day Donald Trump or Joe Rogan lied to you and said that God damn, what was he said? Oh, that the State of the Union speech was pre-recorded. Like, you think that Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene can keep a fucking secret? Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? Like, there's no chance. So he was scammed again with another wild lie and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I mean, it was, by the way, this was not his funniest stuff, but I mean, just look, I'm just bullshitting people. Like, it's not that goddamn serious. If you're wrapped up in your wild stuff because you watched Fox News a couple times and now you're down a QAnon rabbit hole, shut up. And if you think that was funny because you're a liberal and you think that shitting on them is funny, you shut up too. Like, everybody should just shut the fuck up. What we've done is we've drawn lines and we've created sides, and those sides are they going to war? I don't think so. But, it's, you never know. I mean, you never know what's going to happen here. I think that just like every other time, we will find a way to overcome, because we are not the shady bullshit people that people think we are. Okay. We're just easily manipulated. You know what I mean? So, all right, that's going to be it. I'm not getting on a political rant because I don't give a shit. Here's what I give a shit about. Buy some goddamn coins, chick coin. Buy some DevvE. I should have said not financial advice. You guys know that already. Xverse. I think Xverse is about to list. By the way, Xverse has not yet appeared on the Steam app, or not Steam app, but Epic Game Launcher. But Xverse is about to hit the game launcher. So, bunch of different stuff happening over here. A bunch of different, like, what the French would call cool shit, bro. Trademaster down quite a bit, having its little dump. A lot of this is ETH pairing. So, just be prepared, because, and by the way, let me point this out. Ethereum, over $3,000 the other day, right? Ethereum over $3,000. And it's down now 20, 30, 40% over a couple of days. You know, when it comes back up here to where it was a couple days ago, and this dip, let me see what this dip was. This dip was 40%, right? Currently down 27%. So when you add that back, everything in this market goes up 13% that's paired with Ethereum. And it's just the way it works because 50% of the pairing is Ethereum. So if Ethereum moves hard and it starts to pump super hard, all of that pumps with it. So when you see all that trade volume coming from MSI, when you see all that trade volume coming from any one of them that's paired with ETH, and you see that downside movement, be afraid, but don't lose your position. You know what I mean? If you're gonna sell, do it smartly. Don't be a dum-dum. Sell the right way. Don't get scared out of your position. You know what I mean? Don't get scared out of your position. Thank you for the $5 bomb. Great respect, please, from the Monkey Shit Inu community. This capitulation is a gift. Don't forget to check out MSI, next big meme this cycle. Guys, I can't stress enough. You know what? I actually, here's what I can do. There's the goddamn chart. That's all you really need is to look at that chart and see, like, what do you think is going to happen when Ethereum, in Ethereum, what do you think is going to happen when Ethereum reverses? If this thing is going to explode, okay? Like, it's going to be on a new level. So that's it. That's the show's over. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate every one of you. Share me with as many people as you know. If you're watching me on X right now, share it. Hit the repost. If you're not on X, get your ass over to X right now. Share this and repost it all over X. Get me trending or something like that. Instead of Coins Chicks, Coin. Get me trending. Or Saitama, get me trending instead. You know what I mean? I need more subscribers. I need more people watching. I need more people thinking this dude is out of his fucking mind. Like, what is wrong with this dude? Like this? Is there something wrong with this guy? Yeah, there really is. I mean, obviously. I have ADD. What were we talking about? Shit. Oh, yeah. I have ADD. So, you know, help. Also, if you guys didn't see it, my new video is, my music video is out. And I am in the movie. You know what? Tomorrow we're going to play the trailer for the movie that I'm in. It's a music video. It's not really the trailer. It's a music video. But you'll see me. I was the drummer in the band. I think my name on there was Sexy Beast, something like that. I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, that's it. So, guys, we got to pay the bills here. And by the way, I am looking for sponsors of the channel. Looking for, so if you know anybody who's looking to sponsor a channel, if you want your crypto talked about every single day or something like that, have your developer reach out to me on X. It's @BleevesCrypto. Because what I've been doing, what I'd like to continue doing is get sponsors to talk about specific cryptos every day on this channel, as opposed to, what I've been doing where I have one person sponsor a channel for a month or something like that. I would like to kind of change the way I do it. So if you know anybody that wants to get talked about every single day, have them reach out to me. Anyway, you guys have a good day. And Cryptonomy, guys, if you had staked with Cryptonomy today, you wouldn't give a shit what's going on because you'd be earning more yield, and they would have shorted the market and they'd be way deep in profit. But let's have them tell you. There are exactly 3 places that you need to be on Telegram. Cryptonomy updates, where you get all the daily market updates and information that you need in order to be a successful investor. Cryptonomy.finance to get all of the news that you need to get you through this day. And Cryptonomy community so that you can engage with other like-minded people to talk about what is going on in the cryptocurrency market. And do not forget to follow @Cryptonomy_Fi on X for all of your up-to-date information. All right, guys, looking in on my fixed deposits, as you can see, we've completed a couple of them right now. I earned 0.037 Bitcoin, 0.012 Bitcoin right now. That's about 0.05 Bitcoin, couple $1,000 in value at this point. What I'm going to do today, we're going to make another big deposit. I'm going to use 406 million SHIB. I'm going to stake this for 9 months. Again, I do believe about 9 months from now, going to be the optimal time. So 71.8% APY. We're going to continue that. We're going to accept All right, now we're locked in with 406 million SHIB, 71.8% return. I think that's going to be a fantastic yield. Super excited about this one. But as you guys can see, what am I earning over here? I've got an Ethereum that I'm going to pull out pretty soon, 0.67 ETH already. By the end of this, I'm going to have earned 0.99 Ethereum. My XRP, an extra 2,313 XRP. Don't forget the magnificent yields being done on the ROIs right here for the launch pool. We are getting fantastic returns. Guys, you gotta stake with Cryptonomy.finance. So guys, make sure you check out